Danny, you've scored 3 goals this afternoon, but it wasn't enough. Defensively poor. What's your overall impression?
Can't go anywhere and concede and score 3 goals and not win a game. Doesn't matter where you go, you've got to win a game. And we've gifted Northwich 4 goals. Not one they have to graft for. Not one. We've given them everything today. I thought we were lacklustre today. I was really disappointed with the performance. Look, we scored 3 goals today. I thought Ruben Jerome was a thorn in their side all day. But too many players for me that weren't at the races. And that's really disappointing considering we've got 10 days before the playoffs.
Is that through players carrying injuries? Or?
No, that's an excuse. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. That's what it is. We've shot ourselves in the foot this season. There's no two ways about it. We've picked up fantastic points return against the teams in the top 7 and 8. We've picked up a horrendous amount of points against teams in the bottom. They're fighting for their lives. They're fighting a relegation battle. And they look like they wanted it more than us today. And that's a scary thought for me.
So how do we turn it around for next
week?
Look,
we'll dust ourselves down. We've got 2 training sessions this week. We'll make sure we're ready going into Colne. Obviously, the ideal situation for me would have been able to have a few changes and try and obviously just get over the line and finish second. Obviously, the results have gone against us today, so we'll have to go full strength next week and make sure that we're ready to go into the playoffs and give ourselves a chance of making sure that we're going in there with a little bit of form, which I thought we were before today. Look, I won't overthink it. I'm really disappointed. I'm really frustrated. Like I say, we start off on the front foot. Bobby nicks the ball off. Great ball by him. Scotty puts it away, and then we just seem to take a step backwards, which is unlike us, which is really disappointing. And then even towards the end, when we get it back to 4-3, we have a couple of other opportunities we should be taking, but we shouldn't have to be relying on 4 goals to get a point out of a game away from home against a team that's fighting for their lives, and that's no disrespect. Look, it's a bad result for us. There's no hiding that today.
You praised everybody, the squad, which gave you a headache selection-wise for this one. How do you go about it next week? Do you go back to full strength, or
we'll pick ourselves up. We'll have training session Tuesday, training session Thursday, and we'll make sure we're ready for Colne next Saturday. Look, they're fighting for their lives as well. They're going to be desperate to come up and get a victory, and we've got to be making sure that we're ready for it. But we can't give teams goals. We can't. Some of the decision making today it's absolutely ridiculous. So look, really disappointing. But we just ourselves down and go again.
Any more injuries today?
No, just Dav Symington's feeling his hamstring and Lewis Riley's feeling his hamstring, so we've got to be careful. Both started to train on Thursday, but both pulled out with a little bit of a twinge, so we've just got to be careful with them too. We don't want to push them too much in case obviously the worst happens and we end up losing them for the rest of the season.
So will you leave those 2 out next week?
We'll see how they were. Like I say, it was just probably a little bit precautionary with the game coming up and the travel and things like that. So look, we'll look at it on Tuesday. We'll see how they are, and fingers crossed they both make it for next Saturday.
Any word to say about Northwich?
Look, Northwich will go. I thought they were a better team there. They were all over us today. They didn't give us a second. Look, the pitch was tricky, but it was the same for both teams. Fighting for their lives, and they're putting good performances in the last few weeks, and today they've got the reward for it. So look, it's a disappointing one from us, and that's a frustrating thing for me. We've come away from home, we've scored 3 goals. It should be 3 points, but the goals we've conceded are absolutely horrendous goals. There's no excuse for them. So look, for me, credit to Northwich. They've done it. They've took the chances. They've got 3 points, and obviously it's a big opportunity for them to get away from their own battle, but we've got to be better than that. We've got to be better than that. It's not acceptable for us to come down here, score 3 goals and give the team 4 goals.
Still plenty to play for then, Danny, going into the last week of the season.
Yeah, look, look, it's frustrating. It's raw now. It's frustrating. There's anger there. There's disappointment there. Look, we're in the playoffs. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and say that we've turned into a bad team overnight, because we haven't. The boys have done well this season. Look, we want to finish second. Obviously that's taken out of our hands now, but there's 2 massive games coming up hopefully, and the playoff semi-final. We need to make sure we're going into that full of confidence and realise how good of a team we are. That's mine and Terry's responsibility to make sure we do that. We'll be well backed as we always are, and like I say, it's just one of them ones today. It's disappointment, anger, a little bit of everything today, which is the most frustrating thing, because obviously we've come down here to a team that's struggling low in confidence. We've got an early goal, and then we've let them off the hook.
Danny, thanks for your honest assessment. We'll go again next week.
Cheers, Steve. Thank you.